distance was a bit too far.
It would have saved us both a lot of time.
It's my life. I just don't like bald guys. Either you take it or you leave it.
Really like somebody and you feel that chemistry. Ladies,
Catch that flight.
ladies, yes, fellas.
Did you like not realize that it was like a long distance thing and people come from all over the U.S. to come on the show?
I get ate up because I said I don't like him because he's bald. Why didn't the other guy Why did everybody roll up and the other guy said he didn't like me because of my makeup or like match with anybody because I kept popping on anybody who didn't live close enough to me. But
Oh, here, let's go, okay, go. Yeah, she wanna make me her wife, but I don't wanna be her wife, okay. Slide by in the motherfucking range, I do the dash in the vintage, yeah.
YouTube, what is good with y'all? I'm back again with another Pop the Balloon reaction video. Today we're going to be reacting to the season 3 reunion. Make sure you comment below what you think about this episode. What else I should be reacting to. 98% of y'all is not subscribed. So if you fuck with the video, then tap in with me and subscribe. Make sure you like the video and check out the playlist to see my other Pop the Balloon reaction videos. Without further ado, let's get right into it.
Where are you currently? Like, where do you live?
I'm currently in Las Vegas.
Okay. So long distance is a no for you. Where are you?
I'm in Detroit, Michigan.
Oh, Detroit? Okay.
Okay. So Ish, we talked a bit about this on BM Talks to Them.
And I will reiterate it.
Yes, ma'am. So when you had applied onto the show, did you like not realize that it was like a long distance thing and people come from all over the U.S. to come on the show?
I was aware of that.
Okay.
And I'll say it, like I said on the show before, it was never something that I was completely just like disregarding. However, the distance was a bit too far. I live all the way in the Midwest. He lives all the way on the West Coast. If it was somebody that had been closer to me, Ohio, Illinois, Indiana, like somewhere in my proximity, because those are still parts of the United States, am I right, or am I? All right, so it was the proximity, too far. Like, I can take a 4-hour drive to Ohio. You know, I can take a 30-minute flight to India, like, depending on where you are. It was the distance with which he was. Like, Las Vegas, Nevada is just it was too far for me. I wasn't willing to do something that long distance.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
you
like,
know.
and that's all it was.
Coming on the show, you're gonna get a mixture of individuals from all over the state. So what I can say is like, hey, you may be banking on somebody that's closer, right? Like you said, Ohio or Illinois or whatever. You know, coming from West Coast to Midwest is like a 5-hour flight.
It's a
6-hour
huge jump.
flight.
So
Yeah,
let's talk about it.
You know, unless, you know, you guys are gonna get hitched the next day, you know, it's a big commitment for a little bit of value, in my opinion.
I was
Thank
like
you.
closed off, like, because I was on multiple episodes. So the first episode I was on, I was closed off to the opportunity of, you know, connecting with somebody that wasn't in the same proximity as me or close. So I didn't really like match with anybody because I kept popping on anybody who didn't live close enough to me. But then the second time I came around the show, I was open-minded to the possibility of matching with somebody that was further away. But I understand where she's coming from.
So what?
I mean, you
It just
literally-
depends on how actively you're looking.
Yeah, I
You
feel,
know, if you're
I feel
really,
the same way.
if you're like, oh, I'll wait on it, or if you're like, oh, I want something now, you know, you will compromise your you know, your distance.
I got something.
Definitely.
Also, like, it is not a 5-hour flight to get from Chicago to Vegas or LA. That is not a 5-hour flight. Maybe 4 hours or 3 hours, but it ain't no 5-6 hours.
The only thing I have to say about that is I agree with what it said about the, you know, Detroit. I feel where she's coming from on that. But the one thing that I did say when I introduced myself was where I was from. I was a project manager based in Las Vegas, so I wanted to make that clear to the ladies where I was from out the gate, because if it was a distance issue, then I would like for them to pop.
Pop
So
right away, yeah.
I didn't want to waste nobody's time. If I'm being from Las Vegas, that was going to be an issue. So that's why I made it clear that I was a project manager from Las Vegas. So that's why I wanted the ladies to know where I was from, because if it was she from Detroit or, you know, New York or something like that, if that was going to be the reason, then we could have got that out the way instead of me coming to the end and feeling like, you know, I had that connection and I was going to have that connection with that woman, and, you know, it didn't go that way. So it would have saved us both a lot of time, you know, if I would have she would have popped out the gate and, you know, we wouldn't made it to the end to, you know, hear that. So that's my only thing. But I don't have no, you know, hard feelings or nothing about it. You know, she made her decision and she did what she felt was best for her. And that was being from Detroit. The distance was an issue, so I didn't have a problem with it.
I feel it, and I understand what you were saying, but I missed that. I think
Yeah.
I asked that again because I missed that.
So to be devil's
So,
advocate, exactly what you were saying as well is like, you know, as we were on the stage as well, sometimes you don't really
It was
fully
very
catch
low.
everything, just like
Yes.
what you
So
said
I
as well.
definitely missed that.
It's all right.
Right.
Right. You kind of forget everything that they say. You kind of fixated or focused on, you know, either the person that you're looking at, right? You're sizing them up and down, so you're not really fully present in what they're saying, or you know, you're fixated on one specific, you know, thing that they said, and you know, your mind's thinking about that instead of
I
other
agree.
questions. So I can see where you could have missed that and then wanted to, you know, hear that again.
And that's why
I agree.
I asked again.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Well, you know, being on this show kind of opened my mind up to long distance. Like I hit the bug, like on my way back to Atlanta. I was like, maybe I could have matched with somebody, you know what I'm saying? Because at first I didn't really get it that, yeah, we meeting somebody that's across the country. But, you know, connection is spiritual, and spiritual knows no time and knows no distance. You understand what I'm saying? So, like, on the way back home to Atlanta, it kind of opened me up. Just like, you know what? I don't care where she at. If obviously we need some help, you know, that's why we on the show. So, you know, if I'm more open to entertaining communication-wise with distance.
I also want to say, right,
What the hell? This nigga just decided to talk. But also, if you live in Atlanta, I do not understand how you can't find somebody. It is so many black women in Atlanta and Houston. If you live in Atlanta or Houston and you can't find somebody, I feel like it's a problem with you. Like, it's just, or you got too picky. It's just like crazy to me that you could live. I've lived in Atlanta before. I've been to Houston before many times. And like, I don't know, man.
if you're willing to come to Phoenix to be on the show, that's because you want to be on the show. That means you can travel to go and meet the person that you're trying to build with.
Well, that's a one-time trip versus you trying to build a relationship with somebody and then wanting you to come out every month or every other week. You know what I'm saying?
But you want to be on the show. If you want to go and see that person,
That's
you
true.
can travel.
Can I chime in on that? Because that's exactly what I was going to say. At the end of the day, God, if you really like somebody and you feel that chemistry, ladies,
Catch that flight.
ladies, yes, fellas.
So there's a saying where it says,
I don't think
go ahead.
she's
Sorry, I
finished.
didn't mean to interrupt you. Go
You'll
ahead.
buy that watch, you'll travel to me.
But what I was trying to say is that at the end of the day, if you really, really like someone and you're super interested, now there can be other determining factors like children, whatever the situation might be that may not cause you to move. Y'all will find that job. Y'all gonna find that remote job. When you really like somebody, you gonna do what it does. Love conquers all.
That's
you know,
very
and
true.
like he said, we came here knowing that there's the possibility that someone is not gonna be from our town. You know, so you have to come on this show open-minded. You have to come on this show understanding. But I get what you're saying too, like, because me too, I was kind of hoping I could meet someone that's a little closer to me, a
Proximity,
little.
yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, if I like you, what's up? And if you like me, what's up?
You gonna
But
make it happen.
you're-
You gonna make it
You're,
happen.
no, I get what you're saying.
Because that's why a lot of us are still single.
You're basing that off of a strong feeling. You can't get that feeling off of a couple questions with somebody.
Can I
and
say
I just
something?
didn't have that feeling.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Love doesn't stay in one place. Come on, man. Love is not in one area. If you're struggling to find the love of your life, maybe you need to look somewhere else. You know? Me and Arlette, we wasn't even in the same country.
Talk.
So just to kind of let you guys know that long distance shouldn't be something that is blocking you from finding somebody, because I'm telling you right now, if you're struggling, maybe you need to look somewhere else.
Long
It's only
distance can actually
temporary.
make your relationship a lot
It's
stronger.
a temporary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trust, trust
And it's
factor.
temporary. One person can move. You know, I understand it can be hard, but if you find that person that is the one that you want from somewhere else, you know you're not going to get that person where you are. Maybe you need to find a way to make it work.
Right.
And that's what the show is about. I'm out.
I don't know. I think long distance can make a relationship stronger, but I feel like it's better to do long distance after you've already been in person with somebody. Because if it's just like immediately almost starting off long distance, I feel like that's kind of a lot to put on a new relationship. Because, like, basically for me, I don't mind being a long distance for a little bit, like maybe a month or two with somebody if I've already built up a connection with them in real life. But somebody said something like, it's hard to develop that connection with somebody when you've only asked them a few questions. You haven't really talked to them much. And I agree with that. I think if you're going to do long distance, that's more something you do when you've already built a connection with somebody, not go right into it. But these people are desperate. Like they said, like if you're on this show really looking for a relationship, that means that you've gone and done everything else, and now you're here in this desperate situation where you may have to deal with long distance. And I don't think that should be like I feel like they're kind of glorifying
I thought something was wrong with my mic.
BM talks to them.
BM talks.
BM talks.
Yeah.
All right. So, Rob, you got a couple of bald comments, and they also mentioned how you talk and things like that. Let's take a look at your segment.
Bald is not really my thing. I think
Man, I can't even control it.
I know. And I don't mean to say it like that. It's just I feel like maybe if we were 40s and like you were bald, then it would be like different. But we're like really young.
I know.
So yeah, that's it. And then I don't want to be mean, but I just don't really like how you talk.
Oh, okay. All right.
Hi, my name is Kamina and I'm 27, and it's just about the hair thing.
The slow.
All right. So, Kamina, you said it's just about the hair thing. You don't like bald either?
No, not really. I grew up all my life with my stepdad being bald, to be honest.
Oh.
Yeah.
Family trauma, girl.
I don't have a lot of family trauma. It's just that, I like a particular look for me as well, too. Just like everybody has their type. And it's just, for me, bald is just not for me. And I've seen that too many times growing up with myself. I just prefer hair. But, once I be an old woman, I probably wouldn't care. But as me right now, as a young lady, I want a man with hair on his head.
That's all I was saying.
That's it.
Okay.
Bald just mean a lot of testosterone, ladies. They got that,
I don't care what it means. I like a man with hair.
All right. So, Ish, you kind of mentioned how he talks was.
I don't know, like, it's just her personality just like irks me. Like, she just is so like complaining, and I don't have any problem with like what she literally said, that she has a preference and bald isn't it. It's just like the way she talks and like her vibe, like like ugh.
One of the reasons you pop. How does he talk? What was it?
He's a little bit too soft-spoken for me. With the woman that I know that I am, maybe more assertion.
Okay.
And that shows a lot, about a person, the way they speak. The way they speak. So the really soft-spokenness, like, it just didn't, like, it didn't tickle my fancy. So,
Rob, have you ever gotten that before about you're too soft-spoken for me? or-
Actually, no, I have not. I get very smoothing, right?
You made that word up.
I've never had it's so soft. I've been like, hey, you calm down my temperament, and especially after a long day of working or going out there in the world, like I've said before on the catch up, there's a time and place for everything. If I gotta raise my voice and assert dominance, I'll do that. Like, it's no problem. But for me
I like the way you talk.
thank
I'm not
you.
gonna lie. You speak very well. You articulate yourself very well. You sound very well educated. Personally, I just don't like the hood scrimp fold like 5'6", 7, Kodak Black. You speak like a man who has an education. You speak like a man with wisdom and knowledge. So I beg to differ.
it's a match.
I just like the way I like the way he talks. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they both bald.
So, so yes, I got him that. And then in terms of the bald comment,
Right.
You know what they say? The most successful people in the world are bald. Just let you know.
Is that what they say?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's because of stress.
So yours is
Well, this
because
is
of
choice.
stress.
Yeah, I used to have a big old bunch of hair, man.
This is choice.
And too much stress made all the hair go.
Hey, every day I woke up, there was another hair follicle on my pillow.
Rob, bye.
But you know, I love being bald. I wouldn't change it for the world, you know.
Nothing wrong
So shout out to all my bald brothers out there.
And I just can I
Shout out to the bald men.
can I set the record straight?
Show the ball.
Can I set the record straight? Because a lot of people have something to say about the fact that I waited to pop Maul's balloon and he was bald too. Now listen, I'm not saying that every bald person on the face of this earth I'm not, interested in or I'm not attracted to. It's just that for me, that is a really big thing. And in that situation, like I didn't like it with you. No offense, you're handsome, everything, like I said before. But I don't think that because that's not my preference, like I can't have exceptions to that. I feel like everybody has exceptions to that. Like if you are a guy that's like, oh, I love light-skinned women, that doesn't mean that you would never be attracted to a brown-skinned or a dark-skinned woman, right? Okay. So the fact that I said that I feel like I got chewed up online about that, like, well, you can't blah, 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 blah. And I'll explain it like I explained it before. Like he said, his hair follicles was leaving him. Jamal's hair follicles was not leaving him. He was just
Jamal?
bald. He was shaved really low.
Who's Jamal?
Maul.
He ended up
Maul.
Oh, Maul.
Okay.
No,
All
he's
right,
not true bald.
So yeah, he's not a true bald.
Not
He
true
just
bald.
shaves his hair.
Yeah, we don't associate
See
true
what I'm
bald
saying?
people.
You're a true
Yeah,
bald.
you don't understand the pain, man.
Rob said, "Stop attacking me." All right. Anyway,
Wait,
so
I have one more thing to say.
oh, go ahead. Uh-huh.
And about the whole ball thing, because I know a lot of people are gonna get on me. Oh, you're gonna let the ball thing get in the way. It's just kind of like, I think it's like people just pick what to be mad at. Because I got popped on.
Yeah.
Because my hair was no, not because my hair. A girl got popped on because her hair was too long. I got popped on because I had too much makeup or glitter. It's kind of like, okay, so why do people nitpick on what they want to call people out for? But I'm gonna get ate up because I said I don't like him because he's bald. Why didn't the other guy Why didn't everybody roll up and the other guy said he didn't like me because of my makeup? Or because, okay, so Maul popped on a girl because she had glitter on her chest. I popped because I have glitter on my chest. It's kind of like we kind of pop for the same thing. So it's just like people like what they like, regardless of what the next person think. If you, if you like how he speaks, you like how he speaks. But she don't like how he speaks. We're just all different in a way. I just don't like bald guys, and I feel like I shouldn't be getting attacked because what do you guys want me to do? Oh, you're bald. Okay, I'm gonna just be with you just to make the comments happy. I'm not. It's my life. I just don't like bald guys. Either you take it or you leave it.
Okay.
I was gonna say that earlier.
Love it. Come on.
Okay. Let's move on to our.
All right. I'm gonna stop it here. Once again, this girl is just annoying me. But I agree with what she's saying. Once again, like it's okay to have preferences. It shouldn't be a double standard when someone has preferences and then you have preferences and then it's whatever. But I do think that a lot of bald men are defensive, so they might be on the internet talking, whereas there's not gonna be as many people maybe that's defending her for glitter or for makeup. But I don't know. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Let me know what else I should be reacting to. Make sure you subscribe if you made it to the end of the video. Like the video and check out the playlist to see my other Pop the Balloon reaction videos. I'm gonna get up out of here. Hope y'all have a great day. Peace.
Oh, here, let's go, okay, let's go. Yeah. She wanna make me her wife, but I don't wanna be her wife, okay. Slide by in the motherfucking range, I do the dash in the vintage, yeah.